Yeah, I'm Anura Fernando, contesting from the Sri Lanka Podu Jana Perumuna, Colombo district, nominee from the Viatmaga organization as the Colombo district candidate. I went to St. Thomas's College Prep School and then subsequently to St. Thomas's College Mount Lavinia. After that, I did a chartered accountancy and then joined my father's family business, which is a tea exporting company. I come from a third generation family of businessmen. Subsequently from tea business, I got into the share market because being an accountant, that is what attracted me, and ended up being chairman of a number of listed companies. In 2014, I decided to retire from businesses and go into agriculture, which was something that I always wanted to do. And I had a few properties, one in Kandy and another in Kurunegala, which I developed into one into a dairy farm in Kandy and the other one into coconut and other subsidiary crops. In 2015, the general election, the current president, Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa, was in Kurunegala. He stayed with me and we were running the campaign for Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa. At that point, we discussed about professionals getting together to do a policy for the next future government. And that is how about 15 of us got together and the beginning of Viatmaga. So from 2015 until 2019, or just before the end of 2018, we did the policy work, and I was involved in the policy making of the external sector development, tourism and infrastructure. And I was also the chairman of the policy committee. And I ran the elections, presidential election for the current president in Colombo North. So I went into sort of a semi-politics in November. It's SLPP because I think they are the only party which is led by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, who has some sort of a national feeling, and our chairman of Viatmaga was selected the candidate for SLPP. So it's nothing but SLPP that we should be working with, because our future work program is with these two people. Yes, there is a fair amount of need among the people who are wanting professionals to enter parliament. That has been voiced many a times. Even in the presidential election campaign, the current president never held any political office before. So that's enough evidence to show that people are looking for professionals. Yes, now with the current electronic media, social media and print media, I think we have enough time. Well, the need is Colombo because basically I am looking at continuing the urban development work of the president, and that urban development work is mostly in Colombo and the Colombo district. A, I was never in parliament before. Two, I'm a professional, and I too agree with the public that enough with the 225. But let's be practical. We need some experienced politicians in parliament. Along, it has to be a balance of experienced politicians and professionals and practical thinking people and nationalists. Well, as I said before, by 2014 I had ended my business career. I was only interested in doing agriculture work and social work. So I consider this part of my social work program doing politics. Well, I come from a background of businessman, and we didn't dabble in businesses that entail corruption. For example, we didn't take part in government tenders, etc., or contracts. Our businesses basically import-export, and we were bringing in foreign investors, investing in the public listed companies. So that didn't involve us in any sort of corruption. Yes, definitely. From the way things are going, we will. And even the president the last time was able to get a handsome majority to rule without any alliances. And I think this time too, the people will want to allow him to rule this country without having to oblige himself to smaller parties. Well, that's politics. Always the opposition will be critical of the government. That's their job. As for the military being involved, well, we had a situation in this country, the COVID crisis. And if you look at the COVID crisis, and if you look at the presidential task force, it was the military and the professionals who sorted this problem out. There were no politicians involved, and it was done successfully. So I think in times of crisis, always the military in this country has come forward. Well, as long as there is a crisis, I think they will be involved. They only come forward when there is a crisis, because the military has proven itself to be very patriotic to this country. I mean, they fought the war for 30 years. They sacrificed a lot of their lives and very successfully brought the country forward. In the same token, I think the COVID also, they did a very similar operation, and still is still not over. We are still not completely out of the woods. So I think they should be around till this is completely free of any danger. Of course, the Alutgama incident, I would say, was not really racially motivated. It was a regime change which brought about it with outside forces. I don't see that being repeated anymore, because now we have a very stable government. The people who wanted a regime change achieved it in 2015, and now that's behind us, and we have a new government now, which is very, let's say, friendly to all communities. I would say foreign investors worldwide in a financial crisis. So it's not specifically Sri Lanka, it's worldwide right now because of this COVID crisis. I would say within the next 6 months to an year, we have to wait till the world economy revives itself before we look at foreign investments. Viat Maga is not into marketing. Viat Maga is a policy making body. We only make policies. We don't get involved in marketing a country or implementing a solution. We are only policy makers. Yes, of course, a few of us, if we are elected and we come into government, then definitely we will spearhead all the policies that we developed in our Viat Maga organization. Well, I think we have to increase our local production and curtail the dependency of foreign imports, because for a very long time we have neglected the local industries. I think if we develop the local industries and we develop the agriculture part where we have our own food grown here, I think we could make our people more industrious. And then secondly, we can look at exports once we increase our productions here, which I think we need a little bit of encouragement from the government through financial systems, and I think we are good to go. I think the president has appointed a presidential commission on this, and we can see a lot of progress be made in that commission. I don't know the time period they have been told to finish this, but this president definitely is very keen, and he has given an undertaking to the eminence, His Eminence the Cardinal, and people like us who represent the Catholic community also has some sort of responsibility once we are in government to see that there is a completion to this. Well, there again, these are stories developed by politicians, people with vested interest. You can't stop this type of conversation, because for certain people it's of interest to create a division, but certainly you can see how they are working with the current president. If you take a lot of the department heads or bosses now who are from Viat Maga, they are directly working with the Prime Minister more than with the President. Well, I'm going to be representing Colombo district, and Colombo district means it's urban development, and Colombo's urgent need is housing. Two is the garbage problem, flooding, traffic congestion, employment. Then if you take the Greater Colombo, you get a lot of neglected paddy fields which has to be developed. Those are the main areas that I would be focusing on. Yes, of course, coming from the Colombo North, that my electorate is the main hub for drugs, and I will play a pivotal role in this. But I don't have to worry too much about it because I'll get all the support because we have from our Vietnam organization, the current Secretary of Defense, who's quite adamant, and the President himself is personally looking into this. We certainly want to arrest this situation as soon as possible. Well, one thing I like about what happened due to COVID is there are no more big rallies. So we are compelled to have smaller group meetings, which I enjoy because my style of campaigning is interacting with the people. So it's a session of discussions that I have with people, getting their ideas and listening to their problems.
Do you think it's a more personal approach?
Absolutely, that's what we want. Well, I have been working with him for 5 years now, when we started Viet Maga. And that's how I decided to further get involved with Viet Maga and then even agree to contest, because he has a vision and he's a person who's very organized, and he's when he comes for a discussion, he's already prepared. That's what's nice about him.
How do you plan to?
Well, it's like a cancer. We have to start somewhere. What we have to first do is reduce the number of politicians entering parliament, reduce the number of cabinet postings corrupt politicians get. Thirdly, we have come up with a situation where all government tender procedure is going to be online. So it's going to be quite transparent. I would say that that way we will minimize corruption with the politicians who are in government. Well, we have a set of guidelines in our policy for different industries. So if we set the guidelines properly, the private sector doesn't have to run after a politician to get their work done. If we have the proper set of guidelines for different industries, I think they can work without a hindrance with the government, the private sector. Of course not. These are the things that we have been voicing all the time. Why would I, after giving up my business and giving up the passion of doing what I like to do, come do a policy for 4 years and then without implementing it, change seats? It doesn't make sense for somebody like me, because it's not my profession to be in parliament. Well, I think low-cost housing with high-rise buildings or high-rise apartments is the answer.